Okay, Pastor Justin, so you asked us to make our own top 10 list of turnoffs. So here's mine. I think I'll just go ahead and run through them right quick and then maybe explain them when I get done. Number one, timidity or being timid, lack of swagger, no confidence. Number two, a man without a vision. Definitely got to talk about that one. Number three, dictators. Number four, only godly conversation, nothing but godly conversation. Number five, no imagination. Number six, no sense of purpose. Number seven, helpless or needy. Number eight, closed minded. Number nine, um, cannot address issues directly. And number 10, big egos. I'll start with number 10. The Bible talks about humility. I know Beyonce may like the big egos, but I'm not one for that. You know, like the old folks used to say, God got a way of breaking you down. Yeah, it's just, and there's nothing wrong with knowing who you are. As a matter of fact, that takes me back to number one. But there's a difference between knowing who you are and what you're capable of, and knowing whose you are and bragging about it. You know, like I heard somebody say, "Don't speak about it, be about it." I think it was in a rap song or something. But yeah, actions speak louder than words. You know, I can hear you a whole lot more if you show me, as opposed to tell me. You know, go on. Number 9, cannot address issues. Don't tap dance around the issue. Bring it to the front. If it's an issue, we got problems, bring it to the table. Let's hash it out. Let's chop it up and get it over with. You know, because there's nothing worse for a problem to just linger on. Closed-mindedness. A man that the only views that matter are his, or the his pastor. You know, not necessarily being closed-minded, you know, in everything, but when it comes to me, you know, and as because I'm just his girl or I'm just his wife, you know, I take second place, or I'm all of a sudden downgraded. My opinions and my views don't matter. That's just aggravating, you know. Here it is, I'm telling you all the time, go left, go left, go left, and you go right only to find out you should have went left. But anyway, you know, I digress. You know, being helpless or needy. Every time I talk to you, you talking about, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? How about you try to work it out on your own, and then if you can't figure it out, then we put our heads together and work it out that way. You know. Now there's nothing that, you know, there's nothing scriptural about, you know, being helpless or needy. You know. But I'm gonna need for you to have a brain of your own at some point. No sense of purpose. I can deal with a man not knowing, you know, what his purpose is, or not knowing what he's supposed to be doing. What I can't deal with is a man not knowing and not pursuing the knowing. I'll put it that way. Not, if you don't know and you're not trying to find out, that's the problem. You know, I can deal with you not knowing, because, you know, at this point in my life, I have a general idea, but I'm not really altogether sure as to exactly what my purpose is. But I'm trying to find out. So, like, if you're not even trying to find out, you're just happy not knowing, you're just, like they say, ignorance is bliss. If you're just happy in your ignorance, yeah, that's an issue. That's a definite issue. No imagination. That's a big thing for me. I'm an off the wall person. I talk about off the wall things. I dream in color. You know, so if you, I tend to go out in left field. So if you can't go out in left field with me, then, you know, yeah, we're kind of stuck. No scripture for that one either. I'm just saying. And number 4, Pastor Justin talked about, a woman that doesn't have any godly conversation at all. I love God. Love the Lord. Love talking about Him. I could talk about Jesus all day. At the same time, I do want to converse about current issues. Let's talk about healthcare. How do you think Obama is doing in office? Did you see the new movie? And I mean, if you want to throw it in there about, Jay-Z and Beyonce having a baby, that's cool too. The turn off for me comes in whereas, I call your house and you pick up the phone and say, bless the Lord. I ask you how you're doing and you say, I'm blessed and highly favored. And then in my opinion, this is just the way I feel about it. I feel like, you're trying too hard. And being a Christian, it's something that you just be. You don't try to be a Christian, you just are. So yeah, if you're overdoing it, yeah, that's a turn off. Dictators, I believe dictators come from a man not knowing his place, and because he don't know his place and who he is and where he's supposed to be, he try to forces me into my place. And if you don't know where your place is, how you gonna know where mine is? Anyway, visionless, and I think the visionless and the lack of purpose, or the no sense of purpose, kind of go hand in hand. But like, if you're supposed to be the head of the household and you have no clue as to where you're going, you don't have a vision as to where you want to be in life yourself. How can you take me along for the ride? And last but not least, timidity, lack of swagger, lack of confidence. One of the songs I listened to says that Jesus was a man's man, and that's why men followed him. I believe that there are way too many timid, sissified, punk Christian men. All of a sudden, a man gets saved and now he's soft. And I'm not talking about soft in a good way. Now all of a sudden that macho that he had, before he got saved, all of a sudden he loses that. It's like God did surgery on a dude and took out his spine. And then he attributes that to, him being a Christian. No, bruh. No. Jesus stood up and said, when he was talking to the multitude and his mother wanted his attention, he said no to his mother. No. Who is my father and mother? He was busy. He was doing his work, and he wasn't scared. He wasn't scared. Jesus was not scared. He looked the devil in his face and said, "It is written." He wasn't scared. And it bothers me to see, a Christian dude that's scared. The Bible talks about speaking the word with boldness. If you can't tell, that this one kind of stirs me a little bit, so yeah, I can't deal with a man that has no confidence, no swagger. I need for you to know who you are and be confident in who you are and what you're supposed to do. So that's my top 10.